నవంబర్ 5న ఐటీ దిగ్గజాల చేతుల మీదుగా ప్రారంభమైన టీహబ్ 365 రోజుల్లో ఊహించని విజయాలు సాధించింది. హైదరాబాద్లో టీహబ్కు లభించిన ఆదరణతో విదేశాల్లోనూ టీహబ్కు అనుబంధ కేంద్రాలను ఏర్పాటు చేసిన ప్రభుత్వం రాష్ట్రంలోని ద్వితీయ శ్రేణి నగరాలకు కూడా టీహబ్ సేవల్ని విస్తరించి అక్కడి స్టార్టప్స్కు అండగా నిలుస్తోంది. కేవలం ఐటీ రంగంలోనే కాకుండా విద్య, వైద్య, వ్యవసాయ, పారిశ్రామిక రంగాల్లో సాంకేతికతను జోడిస్తూ అంకుర పరిశ్రమల స్థాపనలో 6 స్థానంలో ఉన్న హైదరాబాద్ను 2వ స్థానానికి చేర్చింది. ఈ క్రమంలో తొలి ఏడాదిలో టీహబ్ ఎలాంటి ఆటుపోట్లను ఎదుర్కొంది, టీహబ్లోకి స్టార్టప్స్ను ఎలా ఆహ్వానించింది అనే విషయాలను టీహబ్ కార్యకలాపాలు పర్యవేక్షిస్తున్న చీఫ్ ఆపరేటింగ్ ఆఫీసర్ శ్రీనివాస్ కొల్లిపరతో మా ప్రతినిధి సతీష్ ముఖాముఖి.
హలో శ్రీనివాస్ గారు, ఎలా ఉన్నారు?
Good evening. I'm doing well, thank you.
సో టీహబ్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా 1 year కంప్లీట్ చేసుకుంది. సో హౌ డు యు ఫీల్?
I feel fantastic. 1 year back, we had just an idea. We had the building just starting, and the whole of Hyderabad was considered to be number 6 in the country as a startup destination. Today we're at number 2, and the whole city is alive with activity with startups. So it's fantastic.
సో టీహబ్ ఈ ఇయర్లో, ఈ 1 yearలో సాధించినటువంటి అచీవ్మెంట్స్, సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా ఎలాంటి అచీవ్మెంట్స్ సాధించింది?
So many different achievements actually. Walked in and obviously this building itself became full. The whole building has over 150 startups, and it was just one space earlier. Today the whole city is alive. We are supporting another 18 different co-working spaces, 11 incubators and 3 accelerators also. So it's not just one building anymore, the whole city. So that's one big achievement. Almost over 200 startups we've managed to incubate. And out of those, many of them got some funding. Over at least 20 of them have been funded. We've got VCs coming in consistently. We work with many multinational companies with their innovation wings. All of this has happened over just the last 1 year.
మొదట్లో ఎన్ని స్టార్టప్తో ఇది ప్రారంభమైంది, ప్రస్తుతం ఎన్ని స్టార్టప్స్తో రన్ అవుతుంది?
When we first started this building, people said even 50% of the building won't be full. So even filling the building was considered to be a big achievement. Today, it's not just the number of startups in this building. Like I said, we're spreading across the whole city and even across the state. We're actually partnering with incubation centers in Warangal, in other cities as well. So it's expanded a lot. Because we're expanding so much, now what we're doing, this space, Catalyst Building, is not just a co-working space. We are moving a lot of the startups and helping startups to locate in different places. The best startups we'll put into this building and help them to scale. It's not enough to say we work with 2,000 startups across the city and across the state. We need success stories. So we'll partner with everybody else. We'll take the best ones and make them grow quickly. So that's what we're doing now.
ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేవాళ్ళు ఎలాంటి థాట్స్తో వస్తున్నారు, ఎలాంటి ఐడియాస్తో వస్తున్నారు, వాటిని ఎలా రియాలిటీగా మార్చుకుంటున్నారు?
So one of the things that we see is that more and more companies within our ecosystem are focusing on really deep problems that are helping society. It used to be a lot of copies. What we would have is there's a model in the West, they'll copy the same thing here. Now we're seeing people solving real problems that India is facing, not just a copying of a Western model. What we do is we help them with that idea, help them to validate the market, and help them to scale and grow. So that's what we're helping them to do. But we see them across all of these sectors. Fintech, agri-tech, all sorts of companies are coming.
స్టార్టప్ రన్ చేసిన వాళ్ళకి ఇక్కడ ఎలాంటి హెల్ప్ఫుల్గా ఉంది?
We do 2 different things. What we call capacity building. So that's helping entrepreneurs with ideas to take their idea to reality. There we run lots of different programs with collaboration with our co-working spaces, etc., where we teach them market validation, we teach them lean startup methodology, design thinking. That's on one side. Rundo side endante, how do we take the top few startups and help them to scale, not just in India but even internationally? So we're running 2 separate sets of programs, and we've seen some great success already.
Google, Amazon, Flipkart, number of big companies in there, and హైదరాబాద్ చుట్టుపక్కల వాటి బ్రాంచెస్ ఏర్పాటు చేసుకోవడానికి సన్నాహాలు చేస్తున్నాయి. సో ఈ టీ హబ్ అలాంటి పెద్ద పెద్ద ఇండస్ట్రీస్కి ఏ విధంగా హెల్ప్ఫుల్గా ఉంటుంది?
Every company globally now is looking at innovation also. So when they set up a new campus or they're setting up a new office in a city, they're also looking to engage with innovation and with the local startup culture. Hyderabad having such a thriving startup culture, it's attracting them. So what they're saying is, it's not just about real estate, it's not just about manpower, it's also about innovation. So as T-Hub, what we can do is we partner with them.
చాలా మంది ప్రముఖులు వచ్చారు, చాలా మంది వాళ్ళ సజెషన్స్ ఇచ్చారు. రతన్ టాటా, సత్య నాదెల్లా, సంబడి, చాలా మంది పీపుల్. సో వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చిన సజెషన్స్ ఈ టీ హబ్ అభివృద్ధికి ఏ విధంగా దోహదపడ్డాయి, ఏ విధంగా హెల్ప్ఫుల్ అయ్యాయి?
All of these people that you mentioned were very, very excited about something like T-Hub in India. In fact, Ratan Tata said this is the future of innovation in India. All of them appreciated what we're doing. But one of the things that most of them suggested is, can we do more local innovation, more startups addressing local problems? So we're helping a lot with that also. Not just, as I said, copying Western model, but can we look at problems that our Indians are facing, not just in cities, but even in rural areas, and help solve those? So we're really looking at that within our social space and helping people to tackle new issues.
ఈ టీ హబ్ తెలంగాణ ప్రభుత్వం ఇక్కడ ఏర్పాటు చేయడంలో ఓన్లీ స్టేట్ వరకు, ఓన్లీ తెలంగాణ ప్రభుత్వానికే కాకుండా ఇక్కడ ఓన్లీ హైదరాబాద్ పరిధిగా కాకుండా మిగతా కంట్రీ వైడ్గా కూడా చాలా హెల్ప్ఫుల్గా ఉంటుంది. సో దానికి సంబంధించి వివరాలండి.
So we're actually working, we've had about 14 states, principal secretaries, chief secretaries, secretaries of IT from 14 states come here. And we've shared with them what our model is, we've shared how we do things, and we help them out with ideas on how to scale their own cities. That's one. We're working directly with states like Goa to help their innovation system. Many cases, they have early stage ecosystems like we used to be. They don't have later stage stuff. So what we're saying is, we'll help you with the early stage. Your later stage things come in and plug into the accelerators and programs that we're running with all these large corporates. So that's how we're doing that. The other piece is that even the central government, Niti Aayog, DIPP, because of Prime Minister Modi's Startup India, Stand Up India initiative, they're also looking on how do we scale startups. So we're helping them also. We're advising some of their initiatives from the lessons that we have learned here in Telangana.
ఇక్కడున్న స్టార్టప్స్కి ఎలాంటి ఫెసిలిటీస్ ఇక్కడ ఈ టీ హబ్లో అందించబోతున్నారు? ఏమైనా చేంజెస్ ఏమైనా చేశారు? అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ కంప్లీట్ చేశారు, ఏమైనా ఎర్రర్స్ కానీ ఏమైనా తెలుసుకుని నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ ఏమైనా వాటిని ఓవర్కమ్ చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తారు?
Sure. So we actually provide many different services to all of our startups. It ranges from basic services like accounting, legal, finance, HR. If they have these issues, we get them discounted rates with some of the top providers in these fields. And everybody has access to free open hours also when they're here. We're making some of these services available to all startups across the city. The other thing apart from services is that we run workshops. Many different workshops that help people to scale. We run what we call demo days. So we select top companies and put them in front of top venture capital firms from across the country who come here. And we help them to get in front of those VCs and get mentored that way. So there are many, many services that we do. How we're changing is that we used to be just a completely open co-working space. Anyone could apply and get into this space. And we will run co-working workshops at the co-working centers. So even if you're sitting in some other place outside of this place, you have access to all of our services, you have access to all of our workshops, etc. In here, we're actually opening up applications now for new startups that will be coming in and able to apply. And the best ones we will get in here and help them to grow very quickly. So that's one thing that we've learned.
అంటే డెస్క్ ప్రైస్ మనీకి సంబంధించి కానీ చేంజెస్ ఏమైనా ఉంటాయా నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్?
In terms of pricing, no, not really. The big difference is that the whole building becomes an incubator, and you'll have to apply, which we're open now. You can apply for a seat. If you have a startup that has good potential, we will filter you through a process and then help you to scale very quickly. Because again, we have to help Telangana startups to succeed.
సో ఇక్కడ ప్రస్తుతం ఉన్న స్టార్టప్స్ నుంచి ఎలాంటి రెస్పాన్స్ ఉంది?
We've had a phenomenal response. I think the sort of startups that we have here, they're very collaborative, they're very helpful. They understand the benefits that we give them and that they give us. So it's an amazing ecosystem. I think it's one of the most closely connected ecosystems in the country. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody helps everybody. We understand the pain of each other and help. So I think that's a great thing.
టీ హబ్ పీపీపీ మోడల్లో రన్ అవుతుంది, అంటే ప్రభుత్వ ప్రైవేట్ భాగస్వామ్యంతో రన్ అవుతున్నటువంటి టీ హబ్. సో మరి అది ఏ విధంగా హెల్ప్ఫుల్గా ఉంది?
Government of Telangana has been an amazing company to work with, an amazing organization to work with. The support that we've had from Minister K.T. Ramarao, the IT Minister, from Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, the IT secretary, and from the whole department, and even the industries department. We've just had amazing support. They have given us the support we require in terms of finance, in terms of promotion, in terms of policy even. What we've been able to do is advise the government on policy as well, so that we've got one of the most progressive policies in the country. And they've listened to us, they've worked closely with us, and yet at the same time, they've given us the independence to work like a true corporate organization, which is why today I believe we're one of the best organizations, not only in India, but even the world, in terms of the programs that we run and the data-driven approach that we have.
ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా కంప్లీట్ చేశారు. నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ ఏం చేయబోతున్నారు?
Many things are coming up. The first thing, of course, is even with this building, we're doing the inauguration of the next phase. Idu vachesi 70,000 square feet. It's already India's largest space for co-working, for startups. Now we're opening one which is 5 times larger, 3.5 lakh square feet. It's one of the largest in the world. And that will be coming up. It'll take about 2 years, but we'll be inaugurating within the next week to 10 days. So that's a big one. We've now, as I was telling you, that we're trying to find the best startups. We're also seeing how can we put Hyderabad at the forefront for India in specific sectors. So you have a sector approach. We've chosen 6 sectors right now, 7 sectors, sorry. Healthcare, which includes pharma, biotech, agri-tech, fintech, smart cities and IoT, travel, which is logistics, transportation, etc. We have social tech, and we have sustainability, which is clean energy, water. These areas, we're actually running specific programs with large corporates. All of those programs will happen soon. So, for example, we just launched Intel for Digital India, Innovation for Digital India with Intel and the Department of Science and Technology at the center. This is India's largest program for innovation, and we are running it for the first time. We've had an amazing response. That is in the Smart City cluster. Next, we're coming with Agritech. We'll be doing an Agritech accelerator. We take the best startups, not just from Hyderabad, but from across the world. Have them come as be a part of this. We have corporate partners who do the mentorship and help them to go through this process and scale. Like this, each sector will have multiple programs coming up over the next 1 year.
అంకుర పరిశ్రమల స్థాపనలో 6వ స్థానంలో ఉన్నటువంటి హైదరాబాద్ టీ హబ్ రాకతో ఏడాదిలోనే 2వ స్థానానికి చేరుకోవడం విశేషం. అంతేకాకుండా రాష్ట్ర వ్యాప్తంగా ఉన్నటువంటి 2,000 మందిని స్టార్టప్స్ని గుర్తించినటువంటి ఈ టీ హబ్ వచ్చే ఏడాదిలో వారందరికీ కూడా అవకాశాలు కల్పించి అంకుర పరిశ్రమలు స్థాపించేందుకు సన్నాహాలు చేస్తుంది. కెమెరామెన్ దేవేందర్తో సతీష్, ఈటీవీ న్యూస్, హైదరాబాద్.